Welcome to this one-of-a-kind Rainforest Treehouse in Bali. This may be the craziest, but also coolest place to work on this startup. Check this out. This is how you enter. There's a literal hanging bridge, and you just walk over this whole thing. It's funny how it moves like this.
No, don't jump. This is scary.
So up here, there's a little roof terrace, but the way to enter the house is actually on the side. You just go down here. It's ridiculously steep. If you have luggage with you, you actually have to carry that down here.
It's almost like you're Tarzan.
It's probably a very bad idea to go down here and try to vlog at the same time, given that it probably goes about 15 meters down. Are you coming with me? Oh.
Absolutely not.
Okay, I think the tour ends here. Now that Aaron has successfully swung down the stairs like Tarzan, come on inside. This is the actual entrance. It's an actual treehouse. So we have a real tree that this is built and holding upon. There's a bed with a mosquito net. Things that looks like a hobbit place, really. Probably my favorite part though is the bathroom, which is also on the tree. I just open it like this. Ta-da! This is in the actual open, so when it drains down upon me here. You can shower here and check out the view that we have from here. This is the actual view that you have while you're taking a shower.
We saw a frog in the shower.
And then there's just a normal, regular looking bathroom, at least from this perspective, even though keep in mind, again, it's far up in the trees. And this is probably the coolest part. So you unlock a latch here.
This is very Hobbit.
Watch this.
Whoa.
This is the access to the balcony. You can actually chill and work here with this incredible view and a bunch of insects. You zoom in very closely. You try to hide, but didn't quite succeed. Hello, buddy.
Bruh.
You hear that? You would assume that the jungle is a peaceful and calming place. There's this animal over there. I don't know what it is. It's constantly yelling to another animal over there, just making this constant noise. What is that thing? I have no idea. I really just want to take my flip-flop and throw it into that tree just to make it shut up for once. Well, I won't do that because there would be animal abuse and also I would never see my flip-flop again. You may be asking yourself, is working from a rainforest treehouse in Bali really the most productive and optimal way to start a new startup? The answer is obviously no. I'm actually still on vacation, but I couldn't really help myself and I got so excited that I decided to start vlogging this already a day earlier before actually getting started. Keep in mind that once you start a startup, you might be busy working day and night for months, years, potentially even decades if things work out really well. So you won't really have much time for vacation, so I wanted to fully recharge and be ready to really get into it. I spent New Year's in Taiwan with friends and had a really wonderful time. And then I flew down to Bali for another week of fun before really getting started. Bali is the most wonderful place. I was truly astonished with the natural beauty of the island and the friendliness of the Balinese people. Sometimes it feels like the entire island was designed from ground up to offer you with perfect pictures for Instagram shots, which I gladly took advantage of. The first villa we stayed in was located in the middle of the rainforest with easy access to picturesque rice terraces packed with Instagram opportunities, as well as waterfalls and other gorgeous places. To recap where my startup is right now, I spent the past several months making and breaking different startup ideas in different spaces. I tried building some tools in the creator economy space. I even vlogged one of these attempts in a recent YouTube video. In December, I started looking into building a Duolingo of fitness, an app that helps people stay consistent with doing some basic exercises such as push-ups or squats, virtually copying the design of Duolingo, the $15 billion language learning app. Not knowing that this would turn into a startup vlog series, I recorded myself doing some initial market research as well as building an initial design for the app with my girlfriend Erin, who also happens to be a product designer. We quickly realized that the idea wasn't great, but came up with the idea that we could turn this into a workout accountability app. The idea is that, just like a personal trainer, the app is designed to hold you accountable to staying consistent with the gym. We copied some elements from Duolingo. It also integrates some social components. And the last component is an OpenAI voice AI feature, which can call you, just like a personal trainer, if it looks like you're about to miss your weekly target workout. That's where I'm at right now. I'm gonna spend the rest of today just editing the first startup vlog series because I accidentally recorded around 5 hours of footage or so. And tomorrow, I'm moving into a gym resort here in Bali. I'm going to officially get started working on my startup. So I'm about to go to bed, but I want to show you how awesome the shower experience is. Water comes down here. You're literally in the rainforest, listening to the sound of the rainforest at night while taking a shower. How cool is that? Good morning, chaps. It has been raining all night, which made it super cozy and also a little bit chilly. Well, it's a rainforest after all. Beautiful. And since I'm the man of the house, well, treehouse to be precise, it is my duty to hunt through the rainforest for breakfast. That's why I'm wearing my camouflage shirt. I think I found something. I just successfully fought off a few rainforest wild chicken to get their eggs for breakfast, and I definitely did not slip down these stairs over here.
Wow, this looks like a successful hunt.
Yep, I caught it with my bare hands. Before checking out of this wonderful treehouse and moving over to the downtown gym resort, I want to spend the next 2 or 3 hours working on company culture. I know this is not something you would typically start with in a startup. You would start with a product or with pitch decks or something like that, which I'm gonna do soon. But I feel like in my last startup, I didn't really do the greatest job with company culture. I want to do a better job now. The thing is, with my last startup, I hired some amazing engineers, were very nice people, and they were a great fit for building a vertical B2B SaaS platform for law firms. It was all very serious. These animals are getting louder and louder. The problem with the liberal US is it almost feels like there's no freedom of speech. Like, you have to limit your communication in the company to, oh, how was your weekend? How are the kids? All these things are nice to talk about, but you cannot curse or use swear words. You cannot talk about anything controversial. If you were to say, I voted for Trump, you would probably end up without friends, which is pretty nasty, actually. This startup is supposed to get you into the gym. It's like for your gym bro, so to say, even if you don't consider yourself a gym bro. It's supposed to get you to go to the gym. And therefore, I want to build a team that is also a bit more bro-y. It should be a relaxed atmosphere, and the group of people that I hire should also match what the app does. Now, I have to be very careful here. I don't want to create this huge bro club because some people like Travis Kalanick and Uber have taken it too far. But someone who my girlfriend recently mentioned to me might be a good inspiration is Dave Portnoy, the founder of Barstool Sports. So that's a very bro-y company. They're quite controversial, but I feel like he at least built a company that has a very open culture to talk about different things. Since I actually know nothing about David Portnoy and Barstool, I want to familiarize myself with him better. So I'm going to watch at least parts of a Joe Rogan podcast with him. I'm really curious what he's like and what I can potentially learn from his company culture.
Hello, David. How's it going?
Good to see you, brother. What's going on?
Not too much.
We were just talking about how we're a couple of right-wing psychos.
Yeah, perceived that way at least. Perceived that way.
So I've watched about 45 minutes of this podcast. It's actually super interesting. This doesn't really have much to do with startups. It is so true that you really feel like in corporate America, you can't say anything. You have to be so politically correct. You're just constantly walking on little eggshells. And if you just slip up a little bit and say something wrong, you could immediately get canceled. I probably don't fall into any of these buckets, but I do like free speech. And I do like creating a company where you actually feel like you can say something, even if it's not super politically correct, just because it allows you to fully express yourself. Since I used to have a values document in my previous startup, Marveri, which was nice and contained a lot of nice stuff, I feel like I should do something similar for this startup. Except this time, to make it a bit more fun, I'm gonna call it the Bro Code, kind of inspired by the Bro Code from How I Met Your Mother. Except this is obviously gonna be a joke and it's actually gonna have serious content, just packaged as a more fun way. The way I'm gonna get started is I will brainstorm with ChatGPT. I created this long prompt where I explain roughly what I want to have. So let's see what it can come up with. Oh, this is pretty cool. The Bro Code, company values, team spirit, we win together. Okay, that's fair. Open mind, open dialogue, inclusivity and respect, hard work, celebrate wins, big, small, integrity, continuous growth. I like this. So it doesn't make the company feel like it's like a group of assholes, just like a bunch of bros, but it still plays in that spirit. One kind of concern that I do have with this though is how do we get women to integrate into this? I know this was kind of Erin's idea, who is a woman by the way, to create, in the social media app to have your connections or followers be your bros, so to say. So I guess it's fine if she thinks it's okay. We'll just have to make sure that this is seen as kind of a joke and that bros is really just a name for, your colleagues who you're very friendly with and can have an open-minded and relaxed conversation with. I think that's a good idea. I'll spend some more time on refining this, but I think we are going in a good direction. Greetings from the opposite side of the world in post-production. I realized I didn't finish the bro code in this episode, and it would be a shame if I ended the episode without actually walking you through what I created. This right here is a new bro code. Now, this is not a finished version. I would love to get your feedback on what I've written so far. But I made it quite clear. So we're working as a team. Our mission is that, there are 8 billion people on the planet. and all 8 billion people want to be fit. I mean, there's literally nobody who doesn't want to be fit. And our mission is to enable people to become fit. Quite simple. The really hard part about being fit is the fact that you need to be very consistent with eating, sleeping, and exercising. And the exercising part is what we're going to focus on in this startup. Now, in terms of the values, I try to keep it very bro-y, but also make it inclusive, so it's not just an actual bro club like Uber. We have a team spirit, so people are here for each other and help each other out. Walk to talk means that I want people to actually be fit in the startup and working out. I don't want to have people in the startup who just don't care about fitness at all, because it's the mission of the company. If you're not going to the gym or working out in any capacity, clearly it shows that you're not really caring about the mission. So it won't allow anyone who doesn't bench press at least 100 kilograms. No, I'm just kidding, obviously it's a joke. They want people to speak openly, have an open dialogue, and actually feel like they can express themselves. And in number 4, I make it clear that the term bro is just for fun, and obviously everybody's included, men, women, whoever, it doesn't really matter. And I came up with a slogan to make humans fit again. It's kind of lame, but maybe you can suggest me some edits. I'm gonna put a link in the description where you can actually live comment on the document. Would love to hear what you think about a bro code. Time for me to check out in a couple of minutes, but I think I've done some cool work this morning, and I'll continue in the next episode in the fitness resort in downtown Bali. If you are interested in working with me and using the app eventually, I encourage you to scan this QR code. With this QR code, you'll be able to fill out, first of all, a fitness survey, because I would love to hear what your fitness habits are, how regularly you go to the gym, getting updates and early access to the app. This is your way to go for it. Whew. All right, that's it for today. You know what is to do now. It's not liking and subscribing this video. I don't care about that unless you go to the fucking gym. Right now, I'm watching you. All right, take care. Whoa, I'm still here. And you are still not in the gym. I tricked you.